on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Let's go live on YouTube mobile real quick. We doing football yet, brother? We just got started. What's up, Lala? How you doing, brother? Lala, I confused you for somebody else, brother. How you doing, man? Shout out my man Lala. Yo, is the WNBA still going on? Is the final still going on? Let's talk Thursdays, NFL, college football, and MLB. Lala, I know the finals were going on earlier. Mercury, lock of the week. Debo said I like Giants. We could talk about that. Kelsey or Ertz. I'm not a big fantasy guy, but I kind of like Kelsey the rest of the way, maybe. My man Jimmy, he says he only needs a 6-legger for today, bro. Not asking for too much. Not asking for too much. I'm not gonna ask. He's like, I'm not asking for 8 legs. I'm just asking for 6. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Zay loves the Giants. Okay. I want to know where your head is at. I want to know where your head is at for this game, guys. I'm talking to all of y'all. We are live on YouTube, guys. We're about to get started. If you guys want to go watch my screen share, I'll be sharing the screen for my NFL, my college, and my MLB model. I am already sharing it, so feel free to head there. It's the same name, the Go Covers. You can go to my link in bio and go to YouTube from there. Let's see, guys. Everybody's going to want to talk about NFL. Y'all want to start with some MLB or some college football in the meantime? What do y'all want to get started with? Comment NFL, MLB, or college football. How do y'all want to go with this, man? Golfer love who to drop. I'm not a big fantasy guy, so don't quote me on this. Don't go crazy with it. Who to drop? You got to drop one of those guys. I'll probably drop Love. I like Goff, especially every time he plays indoors. Mula wants to talk about MLB. Chi-Town wants to talk about Brewers. Okay. Brewers. Okay. NFL. Okay. Seeing a few more people will talk NFL. Mula wants to talk hockey. Brother, I wish I could help you with hockey. In fact, I dabble with hockey here and there. But today, not today, brother. Maybe another day. Maybe a week from now. Tuesday, Wednesdays will be a good day for that. NFL. MLB. Ooh, yes. MLB is actually starting right away. It's actually starting in a couple hours now. So let's start with some MLB real quick, guys. Yesterday was not my day for MLB. I went 0-2 yesterday. 0-2 on MLB. What was it? The Brewers, they should have won that game. Whatever. Brewers had that game. They controlled the rest of the game. It was just the first inning that the Brewers, it got away from them. And then what was the other one? I fell for the Yankees. The silver lining is that I don't have to cap another Yankees game, and I am happy about that, guys. The Yankees have been one of those teams that's literally been a thorn in my side for the whole year, brother. They've been so hard to predict. Anyways, they're out of here now. For some reason, that's the only team that I've really been struggling with. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Dodgers, guys. Let's open up with this game that's getting ready to start. Let's start with the side, then we'll go. I don't know if we could talk about it. We'll talk about the total just because it's playoffs. Give me red for the Phillies. Give me blue for the Dodgers. We're talking about the side. What is the right side here? This is a short line here, so we're talking about the straight up. Who's going to win? Are you on the Phillies? Red for the Phillies, blue for the Dodgers. Let's go. Spirits are high, man. Today is the first. We got 48 straight days of football left, but this is really when it gets started. This 5-day stretch here from Thursday to Monday. This is when the party gets started, man. If you guys want to join the squad, link is in bio. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Appreciate some double taps as well, guys. Let's talk about the Phillies versus the Dodgers. Chris Sanchez is making a start here for the Phillies. The Dodgers are sending Tyler Glasnow to the mound. This line opened up Dodgers favored at home by 120. It is up to 132 for the Dodgers at home here to seal it. In terms of starting pitching, you have Chris Sanchez, man. He's coming into this one red hot. He's given up only 7 runs in his last 30 innings on the road. Look at this guy. He's only given up 2 runs in his last 31 innings. He's red hot in terms of performance here. Pause. But on the other side, you have Glasnow. He's not pitching terribly. He hasn't been pitching terribly, but what I do like for Glasnow is that he has a lot of experience in the playoffs. He's given up 29 runs over 47 innings in his career in the playoffs. In terms of offense, Phillies and Dodgers, man, they're kind of neck and neck. I know the Dodgers have had more success scoring the runs, but in terms of offense, Philadelphia has been right there. In terms of bullpen, the Philadelphia bullpen has been a better unit so far in the playoffs. The Dodgers not one that you can really trust. Where would I go with this one, man? This is that was a huge win there for the Philadelphia when nobody was counting on them yesterday. They had Aaron Nola on the mound, and everybody looked at that 6.0 ERA and said, no shot, Philadelphia wins. They got it done yesterday. I'm not sure they get it done today, though. The better pitcher is Chris Sanchez. The better pitcher is Chris Sanchez here, but I gotta trust the home team. I gotta trust the Glasnow with much more experience, and I gotta trust the better lineup. I think the Dodgers would seal it here between the Dodgers and the Phillies game 4. Let me see what you guys said on this one. Looks like you guys are leaning Dodgers as well. We haven't talked about Brewers. We're about to talk about Glasnow to go under 6 Ks. I wouldn't go his unders, man. I wouldn't go his unders. I would expect a pitching battle here between Philadelphia, the Phillies, and the Dodgers. So I would expect Glasnow to get several innings, and you can't really rely on the Dodgers bullpen. It's been one of the worst. It's been actually probably the worst during the postseason. So for him to go under his Ks, I would expect him to go over his Ks. Phillies over 3.5. You're talking about the team total. I did say I would expect a lower scoring game, but this total is actually kind of leaning towards the over here. It's leaning towards the over, and Glasnow could get hit. He has been getting hit. Both of these pitchers have got hit against the opposite lineup. So, and if you don't get the runs against Glasnow, you could get it against the bullpen. So if you're on 3.5 over, go for it, brother. It's daytime and very sunny. Don't play strikeout unders. There you go. It's hard to see, man. It's hard to see. Why are we trusting Glasnow? Oh no. He's capable, bro. He's capable, and he's one of the best arms that the Dodgers have. I know they have Blake Snell, but Glasnow definitely an experienced pitcher though. Dodgers 1.5. You don't have to do the 1.5, brother. This line is 130. I would just go the straight up win there. Mandy says I got the over. Okay, not mad at that. Can the Giants cover the spread? We're about to talk about the Giants game. Phillies are forcing a game 5. I wouldn't be disappointed if they did. I do have a small ticket there on the Phillies in the to make it to the World Series or to win the World Series. I sprinkled on my futures, and Phillies would be one of them. So I'm not hedging here. This is just me. I think if I had to cap this game and look at this individually, it would be the Dodgers. I'm not really strong on this game though. We could talk about the other game a little bit more. Are you doing slips for NFL? We're about to talk about NFL, yes. Who are you more confident in getting 5K, Sanchez or Glasnow? To get more than 5Ks, I would probably Sanchez. But like I said, I'm not a big prop guy, man, so don't let me talk you off of it. It's the matchup against each other that I'm not really in love with. Yeah, so I know Philadelphia has been playing better at Dodger Stadium, and Dodgers at home haven't been really worth the price. But against each other, yeah, Chris Sanchez has got rocked against the Dodgers, and Glasnow has got rocked as well against the Philadelphia Phillies. I need the official picks in the Discord to drop. We're working on it, brother. I'm out here. Just I have a good lean on the games that I want to send. Now it's just a matter of just kind of airing out all my thoughts, man, and just getting everything out here for you guys. How are you, man? I'm doing good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Vegas rigs these games. I wouldn't say they rig the games, but anytime so much money is involved, man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some manipulation. That's kind of my stance on that. Let's talk about the next game real quick, guys. Milwaukee versus the Cubs. Give me blue for the Brewers, red for the Cubs. What side are you on between Milwaukee and the Cubs? Red for the Cubs, blue for the Brewers. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. This last week's been kind of rocky, man. Literally, it's just been up and down. we're ready to break through, man. We were having a fantastic football season through the first 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's time we bounce back, man. One bad week is not gonna put us down. We gotta bounce back today, starting today. Thursday's when the party usually kicks off. Red for the Cubs, blue for the Brewers. God dang. Let's talk about this one real quick. The Brewers are on the road here at the Chicago Cubs for Game 4 of this series. The Cubs, they have Matthew Boyd on the mound. Freddie Peralta is on the mound for Milwaukee. Fastball Freddie. This line opened up the Cubs at home. They were favored by at 115. The Brewers are now favored at 120. So this line has completely flipped in favor of Milwaukee. In terms of offense, yes, I do have the Brewers. They're in terms of starting pitching, Freddie Peralta is coming into this one on a better note. Not that he's been that great. He has been getting hit a little bit. 11 runs given up over his last 23 innings. But Matthew Boyd, he's been getting rocked. Matthew Boyd's definitely been getting rocked. 13 runs given up over his last 17. At home, he's also been getting hit as well. 13 runs over 26 innings. And then when you look at the head-to-head matchup, Matthew Boyd is not the pitcher you want going up against the Brewers. He's given up 11 runs in 10 innings against the Brewers this year. 6 runs over 5 innings against the Brewers in Chicago this year. Not to mention Freddie Peralta is more experienced as well in the playoffs. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough here to make a case for Chicago. I know everybody is on the Brewers here, and it is the more public play. I think it is the right side. I think it's the right side. They're the better team. They could have already walked away with the sweep. The Cubs, man, they were kind of lucky to even be in the spot, be in the playoffs. They were kind of just a 500 baseball club for ever since the All-Star break. They were just kind of lollygagging, man. I think this is a spot for the Brewers to take it and close the series out here in Chicago. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, you guys love the Brewers. Let me read up on all the comments now, guys. That's what we do. I break down the games. I give you a good minute or two breakdown, and then I'll read up on all the comments. My man David says, take the Brewers in the first 5. I do like the pitching matchup so for Freddie Peralta, so cutting it into first 5 there is okay. But the Milwaukee bullpen has been the best in all of the postseason. So out of all the playoff teams, Milwaukee has had the best bullpen by far. It hasn't even been close. Look at that game. Yesterday. The Milwaukee bullpen just closed it out. Let me see who they used though. Let me see who they used so I can give you a good opinion there. So let me look at the usage between not Baltimore. That was the first team that popped it up here. Between the Chicago Cubs. Chicago went all out. Chicago went all out yesterday to hold on to that win. They used all of their top arms. Now they're still available because they had the day off before that. But that is an advantage, a slight advantage there for the Brewers in the late innings because they just saw all their top 5 arms in the bullpen for Chicago. They just saw them all yesterday. That is a little bit of an advantage for Milwaukee in the later innings too. I would, of the two, I would probably go full game instead of first 5. Giants and Eagles, we're going to talk about that, brother. Carolina, you're in a whole other season. She says the Knicks are winning it all. Yo, if you haven't met my friend Lala, he's a big Knicks fan as well. Dodgers and Phillies game 4. We just talked about that game. In terms of the side, I think it looks like the Dodgers close it out here, but not what I'm really focused on too much. What you doing on the Eagles game? We're about to talk about that. Dude, do you read the comments? That's exactly what I'm doing. Again, you probably were commenting something while I'm doing a breakdown. Give me a minute or two to give me my breakdown, and then I read all the comments. The idea of this is that we're cooking it up together, man. So whatever information you have, if you know some information, and if I'm missing something, you let me know. Username says Eagles cover. Okay, we could talk about it. Looks like that's it, guys. Do the Cubs get it done, or the Brewers close the series? It looks like the Brewers close this series out here. Gibbs for Drake. I wish I could help you with fantasy football, but I don't do fantasy. I can help you with props a little bit, but today we got so many games to talk about. Let him cook. Thank you, man. Do the Cubs get it done? Okay, cool. Eagles winning 7.5. We could talk about it. Dodgers. That's the game we just talked about. Alabama -3, brother. You're on Saturday, man. We're still working on Thursday here, guys. Stop talking, Unk. Sorry, man. Big head, bro. You got a big head. Damn it. Damn, bro. I got some salty people in the chat. Bro, fucking Discord was calling me short today. Come on, man. Y'all got no respect. Let's talk about let's talk about the total in this game real quick. Between Milwaukee and the Cubs, you have give me red for the over, give me blue for the under between the Cubs and the Brewers. Again, Freddie Peralta versus Matthew Boyd. Red for the over, blue for the under. If you didn't know, this line is set at 7 in Chicago here today. Red for the over, blue for the under. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. I'm out here cooking every single day, man. Whether it's coming off of a bad day, coming off of a good day, it don't matter. You got to show up to work every single day. You got to put in the work, okay? The same for the week. If you can't handle a few losses in a row or something, consider not doing this again, because this ain't for the week. This ain't for everybody. That's why a lot of people think they could do this until they got the spotlight and they got the pressure that to deliver every single day. It's not easy. Let's get it, guys. Follow button's right up here. Milwaukee versus Chicago. Let's talk about the total in this one real quick. Again, you do have a question mark here with Matthew Boyd, and can he play well? He hasn't been playing well lately. Like I mentioned, 13 runs in 17 innings. That's pretty bad. 6.88 ERA. He does play better at home here as well. But anytime you have a total of 7 or less in Chicago, you got to ask yourself why. And the one thing you got to be looking at is the weather. Okay, Ballpark Pal, which is a paid subscription, but you guys can always ask me for the information. I'll give it to you guys. Ballpark Pal is predicting the weather is helping the under big time today. You're expecting minus 21% runs, minus 22% home runs here at Wrigley Field tonight. So even though we've seen even the worst of the pitchers be aided a lot when the weather is blowing in the way it is today. So yeah, I already like the pitching matchup for Freddie Peralta, and then Matthew Boyd. He is capable of playing very good as well. And because it's an elimination game, you always have a chance that the bullpen comes in and saves the day as well. They're not going to let these guys get into trouble, and you would have one of the top 4 bullpens here in the postseason in relief. So, guys, I think this total is this is an under here, man. This is an under here between Milwaukee and Chicago. I know these are some of your top two offenses here, especially with Milwaukee. But Chicago's kind of middle of the pack, and again, good pitching like I expect today between Peralta and Matthew Boyd, and then the bullpens to follow. I think this is an under, guys. Are you really the GOAT? Ask the Discord, man. The Discord's been we've been on a crazy heater. This last week we've cooled down a little bit, but today's when the party gets started again, man. We were on a stupid heater, bro. I'm telling you. And like I said, the Discord could tell you too. We couldn't miss. We couldn't miss for like 2 or 3 straight football weeks, man. So if you want to see for yourself, link is in bio. It could be a shootout. I feel like a lot of people are expecting that. I think the poll. Let me check what the poll said. Everybody said the over. 82% of the 82% of the public is also on the over. Guys, this is the playoffs. This is another beast, man. They're not going to let these pitchers get in trouble. And usually, elite pitching is better than elite bats, man. Wait, what did you say about the Dodgers? I think the Dodgers, I think they close it out here against the Phillies. How do you feel about William Contreras? I'm not a big prop guy, brother. I didn't look into him at all, so I don't want to even lead you in the wrong direction. Dart less than 220. We can talk about that game real quick. Guys, if we're done with MLB, last call on MLB, let's switch over to NFL. Looks like everybody's ready to talk some NFL. I am too. Jalen says, take Brewers straight up to win. I think you're on the right side there. They're just the better team. The Cubs are kind of just lollygagging for the second half of the season. No run in the first inning for the Cubs game. The first inning, bro, y'all love the scoreless first inning. I think that's the worst. That's the absolute worst inning to try to go scoreless. In fact, if I like an under in the game, which I just told you, I like the Milwaukee-Chicago game under. I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to survive the first inning. After the first inning, I feel like the games slow down big time. Would I go the scoreless first inning in this game? Yeah. Yeah, I would expect Matthew Boyd to play much better than he has. He just got rocked on Saturday. He gave up 2 runs. He gave up 2 runs in his last. He gave up 2 runs in 0 innings against Milwaukee on Saturday. That's usually an advantage for the pitcher to come out and play much better in his next game. And then Freddie Peralta, he's been pitching very good all season long. So scoreless first inning, go for it. College football. We're going to talk about some college football as well. Let's just go to NFL real quick, guys. I need your take on Philadelphia versus the Giants, and I'm going to give you my take as well. Remember, guys, I'm going to give you all the information I got. I expect you guys give me whatever information you got. Give me blue for the Giants, red for the Eagles. What side are you? What side of the number are you on today? This is a 7.5 point number in favor of Philadelphia. Red for the Eagles, blue for the Giants. What side are you on today? NFL week 6. These NFL weeks are flying by so fast, man. It's crazy. Hit the follow button, and guys, if it's your first time here, if you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Like I said, a lot of people know me for different reasons, man. We've gone on college football heaters, we've gone on NFL heaters, we've gone on MLB heaters. Just out here working every single day, and at the end of the day, like I said, man, just trying to come out on top. I don't need a clean sweep every single day, but we were getting a lot of them. If you rewind a week ago, I'm trying to get back to that later today. Starting today. Philadelphia Phillies are on the road at the Giants here. The 4-1 Phillies on the road against the 1-4 Giants. Let's talk about this one real quick. The Philadelphia Phillies, they opened up 6.5, favored by 6.5 on the road. They are up to 7.5. 70% of the public is on Philadelphia, so it is a public play as you would probably expect. Guys, one place we should start is the strength of schedule, okay? Well, let's start with the narrative, man. I feel like the narrative in this one is Philadelphia just came off of their first loss in a year with Jalen Hurts starting and finishing a game. Jalen Hurts just they lost the game against Washington a year ago, but Jalen Hurts didn't finish that game, if you guys remember. It's just when things are going decent in Philadelphia, there's all this chirping now. There's all this chirping about Saquon Barkley not getting the ball, AJ Brown, he's not happy, he's not getting the ball. Jalen Hurts is not really a quarterback to sling it and go down the field. I feel like that's kind of the narrative going into this one. Everything was expected to be, sunny in Philadelphia, but lately not so much. So Philadelphia coming off of that loss against Denver at home, and that was a blown lead too. They were up by 14 in the fourth quarter, so keep that in mind. The Giants, they were in a bad spot, man. They were in a bad spot. They had a rookie after having won outright in his first start against the Chargers. Then he had to fly. Then they had to fly to the Saints, and they were road favorites there for a while. They ended up closing as a dog. But yeah, not a good spot there for the rookie after a huge first win against a team that was scrappy and playing well like the Saints. Well, they're at least hanging in games. Real quick, guys, I want to start with the strength of schedule. Strength of schedule, Philadelphia. If it's not all sunny in Philadelphia, I would pump the brakes a little bit. They've been playing some playoff caliber teams like Denver and Tampa Bay, the Rams. Those are their 3 opponents in their last 3 games. The Giants, they just lost to the Saints, and earlier in the season they didn't look good against Kansas City, who was still struggling at that point. They still didn't have their receivers, so keep that in mind, guys. Let's look at the X's and O's real quick. Philadelphia wants to run the ball. They do rank 7th in run frequency. And again, the narrative going into this one is that they did not really feed the ball to Saquon Barkley the way they should have. But they're still capable of running the ball, very capable of running the ball. and the Giants are incapable of stopping the run. They're giving up 5.3 yards per carry, a 45.1% success rate on the ground on defense. That's pretty terrible. That's pretty terrible, guys. If I'm looking at this one, guys, I like you guys know, I track everything. And one of the things I've been tracking is how these dogs have been doing in primetime. And they've been doing really, really good, okay? In fact, the last 3 dogs have all covered. The last 3 dogs have all won outright, okay? Look at the Bills losing to the Patriots a week ago, right? Look at the 49ers coming and beating the Rams a week ago as well. The Jackson, like the dogs are just there's too much going on with the dogs right now, and then winning the outright on prime time. I think this is a spot where everybody thinks the sky is falling in Philadelphia, but it truly isn't. This is still a Super Bowl caliber team that played some real tough competition. The new flashy conversations in New York is the rookie quarterback and the rookie running backs. This is still a team that owns Philadelphia. Still owns the Giants the way the Packers owned the Bears back in the day, back in the Aaron Rodgers day. Guys, I think Philadelphia is the right side here. Let me see what you guys said on this one. Yeah, you guys agree Philadelphia is the right side. Those dogs had better quarterbacks. You're talking about Mac Jones. Yeah. So those dogs had a better quarterback than this. And you have a Jackson Dart who, like I said, I still think he has potential. He's shown us flashes, but so far he does rank 30th in passer rating. And yeah, man, he thought things were going to be all nice and pretty. They had a nice lead against New Orleans. They had just beat the Chargers, and you throw a couple interceptions and some turnovers, and you end up losing to a Saints team that hadn't won a game in a real long time. Tariq says Giants to cover. Why, brother? Why? I get this is a division game. If this wasn't not a division game, I would have already ran to the window on Philadelphia. I think the narrative here again, guys, is this is one to fade, where you think the sky's falling, but when you really zoom out and look at it, this is a Super Bowl caliber team against a team that's probably going to be in the top 10 of the draft order again. Zay says, what do you think of the Eagles to go over 12.5 in the first half? So for them to score that many points, 12.5. I do like that. I do like the idea of that. We're going to talk about the over and under. But yes, Philadelphia to get off to a strong start here after getting embarrassed the way they did at home. I'm okay with that, man. Live, Tariq says take the Giants live. Take the live bet the Giants. The Eagles score first. So he said the Eagles are going to score first, so take the Giants live. That would make sense there. Mula says Eagles to cover 4.5. I like that. Just don't be paying a whole lot of juice, brother. If you have a boost or something, go for it. But don't just lay 160, 170 of juice, man. That's way too much. Eagles team total over. We're about to talk about the total. Let's finish up with the side, guys. I got that pick. I'll take Philly 2.5 and Giants 13.5, both to cash. I'm not sure I love that, but it is a primetime game, and primetime games are usually close. Vish says first half under. We could talk about it. Cam Ward, not talking Cam Ward today, but yes, he is. Him and Jackson Dart are kind of in the same conversation right now. If you really look at the numbers, all the money is on Philadelphia. Yes, all the money is on Philadelphia, and the public plays have not been successful so far in this season. I've been tracking this. I have plays of 60% or more a week ago. Plays of 60% or more went 3-7 against the number a week ago. Again, those dogs are barking. They're so flashy right now. They've won these games outright. 3 straight primetime games. I think the books need a favorite here, and who better than the Super Bowl champs who people think their window has closed because they lost a single game. Avi says Eagles set 1 -7. That's a good way to play it. Again, guys, I've just given you my opinion. The side I'd rather be on. You don't know how I'm playing this. You can play this in many ways, like team total, or first half, or teaser. Regression time for who? Do I think Humphrey plays? Are you talking about You must be talking about Sunday. Humphrey. I don't have a questionable Humphrey for this one. You do have Landon Dickerson. That's out. He's out for Philadelphia. That is huge, guys. That changes everything for their offensive line. Philadelphia's offensive line has low-key been struggling a little bit this year. Another key point, guys. Another key point, so if we're talking about injuries, the Giants, Jackson Dart, they're missing 2 of their top 3 wide receivers, right? So you already knew Neighbors was out. But Darius Slayton is out of this game too, man. So you got a... It's really... It really comes down to the two rookies, the rookie running back, Scadaboo, and Jackson Dart here. You're mixing up Eagles and Phillies. Oh, sorry. Eagles not. Damn. Damn, you guys were going crazy on me. Sorry. Phillies. If I said Phillies, sorry, I meant Philly. Philadelphia. Eagles. The Giants are puppies, not dogs. Southern Miss. You guys are ready to talk about college football? Before we go there, guys, before we go to college football, let's talk about some... let's talk about the total real quick, guys. Between Philadelphia and the Giants... Between the Eagles and the Giants. Give me red for the over. Give me blue for the under. What side of the total are you on? This is 40.5. 40.5 is the number here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Red for the over, blue for the under. So when I get started with totals, right? I don't do a whole lot of totals. I try not to, at least. I think I have a better edge on the side. I'm looking at run frequency. How often do they keep the clock running? Keep the ball on the ground, and what kind of pace they run at. In terms of pace, guys, the Giants, they don't run the ball a whole lot. They rank 15th, so middle of the pack. But their pace is the big problem here. They rank number 10 in terms of pace. They're moving pretty fast with Jackson Dart, and not a whole lot of receivers to catch those balls. So, with him rocking the 30th ranked passer rating and only completing 65% of his passes, which nowadays isn't really good. The ball hits the ground, the clock stops. This 40.5. I'm feeling like this 40.5 is way too short here. And it has been steamed, man. I come on here and tell you guys pretty much every single day. If you chase the steam, you end up getting burnt. This thing has dropped from 43.5. It's dropped all the way to 40.5. It's dropped 3 whole points through a key number. I get it. Philadelphia, they like to play keep away. They like to go at a slow pace. They like to be really methodical. But in a game, in a week where you have all this criticism and all this chirping about, not getting the ball to your star receiver and your star running back, I could see them opening it up here. I could see them making a statement. I could see the Giants continue to be a team that is trying to go at a fast pace. And again, if those completions don't get completed, the clock stops. I think this 40.5 is way too low here. I would be looking at the over here between the Eagles and the Giants. Sorry if I was calling them Phillies. Looks like you guys are leaning the under. Mula says over 38. I'm okay with that. Just remember not to lay too much juice, man. Wexton says this is a 31-17 game. There you go. You guys got a final score prediction from my man Wexton. What do you think about the Dodgers going over 8? We didn't talk about the total. We meant to talk about the total. I think the over is the way I would play this. Yes. How do you feel about Sam Houston? We could talk about that. Lagabi, MLB. We already talked about MLB. If you have any game in specific that you wanna go over, we could talk about it. Gabby. Saquon 2 receptions. What props y'all want to talk about? Let's talk about some props real quick, and then we can switch to college football. Tariq says, do a 7-point teaser. Eagles. With Eagles and 47.5. That's not bad there. That's not bad. You got Eagles. I mean, you were just saying take the Giants earlier. Now you're saying take the Eagles. I do kind of agree, though. There is a thin line, right? There is the thin line there between taking the Giants to cover a touchdown or taking the Eagles to just win straight up. I think your second opinion there makes a little bit more sense here, man. The Eagles win straight up. For it to go under 47.5, like I said, man, I'm leaning the over in that game. What is that? Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Bro, we could not miss. We could not miss. If you rewind a week, we were throwing parties in the winning tickets channel and in the reviews channel, man. I'm trying to get back to that. We had a week where we kind of cooled off a little bit, but again, this is a marathon, man. This is not going to be this is not something that we're going to just have clean sweep after clean sweep every single day. Got to ride out the waves, man. That's what we're trying to do today. East Carolina, we can talk about it. Godwin, Judy, or Higgins. I'm not a big fantasy guy, but I probably think Godwin probably of those. Yeah. Wexton, 40.5 is the number here. Gabby says, sorry, got here late. No worries. Just let me know which game you want to discuss. Brewers game. Brewers, we talked about that game. I am looking at Milwaukee probably closing out this series here with Freddie Peralta. You have the better pitcher here. You have a more experienced pitcher here. You have a pitcher that's coming into this one much better. I think Milwaukee is the right side, and I think the right side of the total would be the under here. Two pitchers that are capable of pitching very well, and the weather is helping the under big time there. 31-10s. Giants will not score more than 10. Jose, okay. Guys, head-to-head, this thing has not been close. The Philadelphia Eagles have owned the Giants. Again, similar to, y'all remember the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, the discount double check on the Bears. That's kind of what this rivalry has been. Philadelphia has won 7 of the last 8 overall, and they've won 15 of the last 18 games against the Giants. So this hasn't been the competitive rivalry in the NFC East. So keep that in mind. I do have some stats here, guys. I do have some stats about the divisions. Let me see if I still have that pulled up here. So in the division, guys, you would expect Philadelphia to regress a little bit. They were so great against their division a year ago. They were great against everybody. They were 6-1 in their division. The Giants were 0-6. So you would expect some regression here. I just don't think it happens here on primetime with the rookie quarterback, with the rookie running back, and all the chirping that's going on around the Philadelphia Eagles after losing their first game in a year. It's a lot of chirp, man. Let's cook. We are cooking, man. Let's get it. Harshawn says over 40.5. I think that is the right. The over is the right side. Wilson Giants +7. I think it's kind of square. It's kind of a square dog there for me. Did they cover the spread in some of those wins? I just have the straight up record. I have the straight up record. I do have the head to head on primetime when these two have played. The Eagles are 11-0 straight up on primetime against the Giants. They are 8-3 against the number. So yes, they do cover the spread. They do cover the number against the Giants on primetime. I do have that. Is rapid fire today? That was a MLB segment. That was an MLB segment. I've been meaning to come up with something for NFL and college football. Maybe we have something soon. Favorite baseball play tonight? If you want my top plays, they drop in the Discord. I give you one for free every single day. I know last 2 days I didn't say anything, but today I got you guys with the free play. Link in bio if you want one of my top plays for free. And then if you want to join the squads, it's $70. It includes 4 weeks of NFL, 4 weeks of college football, 4 weeks of MLB playoffs. That's where you get all my top plays every single day. You're welcome, Gabby. No problem. Bears will beat the Commanders. Okay, he's off to Monday Night Football. My man Dennis said I can confirm Discord has made me some money. Bro, we're off to a crazy football start. Last week, like I said, cooled down a little bit, and then the last few days have been really back and forth. We went 2-0 2 days ago. We went 0-2 yesterday. It's all right, man. Again, big picture. I want to just come out on top week after week. Y'all ready for some college football? Where's the free play we'll drop later today? All right. You guys pick a college football game, and we'll talk about it. Let's go. You guys know this is Conference USA today for on Thursday night, and some ACC. We do got some ACC today. Sorry, AAC. AAC matchup here, and Conference USA matchup. What game y'all want to talk about? Southern Miss. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate it. Let's go to Southern Miss then real quick. This is the one game that I really didn't spend too much time on. But let's talk about it real quick. Let me give you my opinion on this. Give me red for Southern Miss. Give me blue for Georgia Southern. Are you on Gasso or Southern Miss? Red for Southern Miss, blue for Georgia Southern. Let's get right to it real quick. This line, I have Georgia Southern. They open up as a 2.5 point favorite at home. They favored by 2.5 at home. They are now dogs at home of 3.5. So this line has completely swung the other way. I think a lot of injuries. There's definitely going to be some injuries here to keep in mind. But if we had an even playing field here, you have a team with Southern Miss that is okay at running the ball. Okay, they want to run the ball. They rank 61st in the country in terms of running the ball. They don't do a great job at it. Their success rate isn't that good, but they're up against a Georgia Southern defense that cannot stop the run. They cannot stop the pass. Georgia Southern numbers are terrible against both. Okay, especially through the air. But you do have a quarterback here for Southern Miss, Braylon Braxton. He's actually been throwing the ball around the yard pretty well, man. And up against this terrible pass defense, I would expect Southern Miss to be the right side here. I usually say yes, you chase the steam, you get burnt. Okay, but that also applies when it's too much steam. The way this thing has moved 6 whole points. Okay, go and look at the injuries for Georgia Southern, but you're definitely dealing with a lot of injuries here. This is one where you could come out on top if you're taking a team that has moved this much, that has been steamed this much. I think the right side is Southern Miss. You do have a capable quarterback there. You do have a team that could run the ball. They're pretty well balanced, and this Georgia Southern defense, I want nothing to do with it. The Yankees lose. Yeah, they did. That shit was funny. Do the Eagles win? Just straight up to win? Yeah, Siobhan, I do think so. Shit, IDK, bro. I came to ask you. Yeah, I always give you guys. I open up the poll and then I let you guys talk. I give you guys my breakdown. What do you think Saquon get receiving yards? Receiving yards. I would bank on his rushing yards more. The Giants definitely do struggle on the ground. The Giants do definitely struggle on the ground. Manuel and Sonia says hi, hello, hey to you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. I have a monthly pass available at $70. It's and you have an opportunity here where you can buy low a little bit. We had a week here that wasn't as electric as crazy good as we've had, but man, the first 3-4 weeks of the season we couldn't miss. So if you guys want to join up, consider joining now before we kick off this banger tonight. Again, these next 5 days, this is what matters most to me, man. Tuesday, Wednesdays are kind of our chill days. We went 2-2 between Tuesday and Wednesday this last week. Not a whole lot of volume. This is where we pick up the volume and we go in, man. Link is in bio. Yes, the Yankees lose, man. I was on the wrong side of that. Yankees. They've literally been annoying to me all year long, man. I've avoided a lot of their games, but the games that I picked, man, they've been really annoying. They just a team that just gets your hopes up, man. Maybe Jackson Dart anytime touchdown. I don't mind that. I don't mind that on prime time. I would expect quarterbacks to use their mobility and make something happen. Right, especially under the bright lights. Southern Miss. I usually Walter White. I don't usually like to chase this much steam. Right, this line has moved from 2.5 as a 2.5 point dog up to 3.5 point favorite. But I have it written down. This kind of market movement reminds me of the what we just saw with the Ravens and the Texans over the weekend. If this is a 3.4 point line movement, I would say yes. You don't chase the steam, and that's what I've been telling you guys. But when you have a 6-7 point line movement, at this point you have one team that's completely depleted, and it is okay to to chase the steam in this kind of game. Dart is overrated. We've only seen 2 games out of him. One against a really good Chargers team and another one against a scrappy Saints team. I'm not gonna say overrated, but I think he's got something. 6-7. What about Tulane? We could talk about Tulane. Drop whatever game is next, and then we'll talk about it. Let's go, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Okay, hit the follow button right up here, and then link is in bio to join. I have not given you guys a free play in the last 2 days, but I got you guys today. Free play, obviously, is one of my top plays. It's one of my confident plays. What game I want to talk about next? ECU, Tulane. That's a good one. Let's talk about this one. La Tech. That's another one I do want to talk about as well. Give me red for East Carolina, blue for Tulane. What side of the number are you on today? This is Tulane favored by 6.5 at home against East Carolina. This is an AAC versus AAC matchup. What side are you on? Red for East Carolina, blue for Tulane. Let me grab this from my dog real quick. Red for East Carolina, blue for Tulane. Let's talk about this one real quick. This line opened up Tulane favored by 7. It is down to 6.5. It was a 7.5 for the majority of the week. It's down to 6.5, but the public is on East Carolina. 65% of the public on East Carolina here. These teams kind of neck and neck, man, in terms of overall rankings by teamrankings.com. This is your team number 62 against 63 here in the country. Strength of schedule, both of these teams have played really similar strengths of schedules as well. What do these teams want to do? Both of them want to establish the run. They stick to the run pretty well. They're both top 30 in the country. But there's a major difference here with Tulane against the run, stopping the run. They're not really good at it. They're giving up 5.2 yards per carry, which is not terrible, but success rate is pretty bad. 46.9, almost 50% of the downs the opponents are getting a good chunk of yards from them every single time, 4 yards, 5 yards at a time. So you have a team with East Carolina that's really good at stopping the run. Tulane not good at stopping the run at all. That's their MO with these teams. That's what they want to do. And then to top it off, you do have the quarterback here for East Carolina, Caton Hauser. He's actually pretty capable of throwing the ball as well. He ranks 48th in the country complete in passer rating, completing 68.4% of his passes. He has a very healthy 3.15 yards per game. I think this is, unless there's some injuries here that I'm missing, I think this is a spot here for East Carolina. I don't think there's injuries in this one because otherwise the line would have moved more. I'm getting the better defense here. I'm getting the better defense. I think I'm getting a quarterback that's a little bit more capable as well. I know East Carolina is capable of shitting the bed sometimes here, but I like them in the spot here, catching a whole touchdown. I think East Carolina is the right move. Any football talk? Bro, we are almost done here. At this point, we are talking about East Carolina versus Tulane college football. Phillies, Brian says Phillies to win straight up. We talked about MLB already. I think the right side is the Dodgers in that game. Dodgers to close it out. Walter says East Carolina all day. There you go. Jackson Dart lower than 60% passing. On the full season, yes, he's completing 60%. But are you just talking about today? Can you guys really go and pick on a percentage? Bro, you guys find new ways to place picks every single day. What time are you dropping today? That's what I am on here to figure it out. Really, at this point, I think we've kind of talked through all the important games. I'm going to put the drop time in the Discord. I think we're dropping 6:30 Eastern time, guys. I'll make an announcement, though. Yeah, that's crazy. If you guys are out here trying to make picks on a percentage, that's pretty crazy. I didn't know that. Crazy Saturday slate. Yeah, I'm excited for it as well. Sam Houston. Real quick, guys, I want to talk about this. Got you, homie. We need Saturday. Yes. In fact, we already kind of previewed Saturday on Wednesday, yesterday, but we can definitely go over it. This Saturday slate looking crazy. Swaggy says I'm fading ECU. I'm going Tulane -6. The biggest problem with me is the defense, man. The defense. Again, the MO for East Carolina is establishing the run. They are pretty good at establishing the run. And then on the other side, Tulane is not good at stopping the run. You also have a team with East Carolina that they threaten almost every single game. They threaten on offense. They get to the red zone. They march down the field. They've converted 20 red zone. They've converted 29 red zone attempts into 20 touchdowns, 69% red zone efficiency here. So they do a pretty good job of marching down the field and getting in the end zone. And then what I like on the defensive side, they don't give up. They do the opposite. They don't give up a whole lot of red zone attempts, and then they don't let touchdowns scored on them either. The red zone defense is one of the best here in the country. ECU don't run the ball. They rank 30th in terms of run frequency, brother. Numbers don't lie. Let's get it, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Let's talk about La Tech versus Kennesaw State. La Tech versus Kennesaw State here real quick. La Tech, Louisiana Tech versus Kennesaw State. Give me red for Louisiana State. Give me blue for Kennesaw State. Blue for Louisiana Tech. What did I say? Red for Louisiana Tech. Blue for Kennesaw State. Sorry, man. These Conference USA teams are tripping me up a little bit here. Red for La Tech, blue for Kennesaw State. This line opened up 7.5 in favor of Louisiana Tech. It is down to 5.5. The public is on Louisiana Tech, 59% of the public. Let's start with the strength of schedule, guys. Louisiana Tech has been tested a little bit here. They've played the 94th hardest schedule so far. Doesn't sound crazy, but Kennesaw State on the other side, they have not been tested at all. They've played the 131 in terms of strength of schedule. Don't look for a whole lot of offense here because neither of these offenses are really good at all. Neither of these quarterbacks are really good at all. You have a question mark too of who's going to be the starter for Louisiana Tech. None of the guys really are really capable of throwing the rock. You have Blake Baker for Louisiana Tech. Amari Odom on the other side, though, he just took the starting job away from the previous starting pitcher and starting quarterback, and he's actually shown some flashes here for Kennesaw State. The numbers still aren't really reflecting it on the full season, but watch out for the new quarterback there for Kennesaw State. He's been balling a little bit more, and then you have a defense here for Kennesaw State that looks pretty awful on the season. Not awful. They look bad on the season. But that was one game, really. They got rocked against Indiana. The other games were actually they actually played really good defense. Louisiana Tech on the other side, their defense looks pretty good. But again, you're talking about laying almost a full touchdown here on the road against Kennesaw State, against a team that's won 3 straight games at this point. They're kind of riding some momentum here with the new quarterback, like I mentioned. I think this is too many points here. I think Kennesaw State is the right side here between Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech. Let me see what you guys are saying. You guys are leaning Louisiana Tech. Swaggy says La Tech, Tulane, Jacksonville State, and take them all straight up. There you go. Swaggy, you think it will go over 50? What game are you talking about? I have Kennesaw State at 46.5. Kennesaw State plus the points, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm kind of feeling the same way. KB, I wish I could help you with NHL. I'm going to work on my NHL model, but today we are focused on college football, MLB, and NFL, man. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Link is in bio to join the Discord, man. Sam Houston State. Let's talk about that one real quick, and then we'll be out of here, man. I gotta gather my thoughts and get ready for this game tonight. All these games tonight. Give me red for Jacksonville State. Give me blue for Sam Houston State. What side are you on between this one? This is Jacksonville State is favored by 7 on the road here at Sam Houston State. Red for Jacksonville. Blue for Sam Houston. Jacksonville State, they opened up 8.5 earlier this week. Favored by 8.5 earlier this week. They're down to -7, but the public is kind of leaning Sam Houston, 54% on Sam Houston. So nothing really crazy to see there. In terms of strength of schedule, both of these guys have kind of played similar opponents so far. But guys, Jacksonville State does have something going for them here. They are one of the best teams at sticking with the run. They rank 7th in terms of run frequency, and they do it very well. They are running on everyone so far. But that does play into the one strength of Sam Houston State. Sam Houston State is actually pretty decent at stopping the run. Nobody has ran the ball on them so far, and the numbers are kind of indicative of that. So where does that leave us here with this game? This is Sam Houston catching 7 points at home. This offense is so bad. So bad. They're not... I've talked about Phil Longo before. He's the head coach here for Sam Houston State. He had a team a year ago that was... or this was a team a year ago that used to stick to the run. But now they're turning into a... They try to turn into an air raid offense and go throw. That's not the MO of this team, and they're not really good at it. They don't have a quarterback that's capable of throwing the ball. Hunter Watson hasn't been that guy for them at quarterback. And I can't trust this team. I can't trust Sam Houston with this terrible offense. Again, they don't even make attempts at marching down the field and getting into the red zone. They only have 10 red zone attempts on the year so far. And then on the opposite side, you're giving up way too many touchdowns. You're giving up way too many touchdowns overall. Pass defense is pretty bad. They could even make a bad quarterback like Gavin Winsmat or whatever his name is for Jacksonville State. They could make him look decent. This is a big number here, laying 7 on the road at Sam Houston State. But I think Sam Houston State's got some serious issues right now in terms of like identity. They don't even know who they are. They're over here trying to figure themselves out. Give me Jacksonville State today versus Sam Houston. SMU's on the DNB list. How did it get there, brother? Is there a special for today's plays? Send me a message if you're looking to join up, man. So basically, all dogs are covering today. I just gave you guys Jacksonville State right now. I think Jacksonville State is the right side there. Guys, don't go crazy with these games. This is Conference USA. This is Conference USA, and one decent AAC matchup here. So don't go crazy with these games. These are what I consider butthole universities, so keep that in mind. Senators, I wish I could help you with hockey, brother. I'm not prepared to talk about hockey today, but I got you guys in the future, man. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. I'll give you one of my top plays for free in the Discord as well, so consider joining for that. Guys, I got to go gather my thoughts and see where we're striking today, man. Thursdays, this is when the party gets started. I'm expecting some fireworks tonight, guys. Have a great day. I hope you guys have a good one. If you have any follow-up questions or if I missed any of your questions, my bad. I tried to respond to everybody. But drop whatever comments or questions you have on my last video, and I will respond before game time. You don't like Tulane to win? To win straight up? I don't know. I'm talking about covering the number. I think East Carolina was the better side at covering the number there. Eagles by 3? Sure, brother. Sure. I think Eagles was the right side. So if you're going to put them down to 3 to win by 3, go for it, man. Guys, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you have any questions, drop it in my last video. I will respond. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.